The weather forecast calls for a storm watch until further notice.
Greetings and welcome to Storm Watch. It is Easter Sunday, April 8th, 2012. As always, I am exceedingly grateful that you have tuned in. And as it is Easter Sunday, or as I like to call it, Resurrection Sunday, we say, Jesus is risen. He is risen indeed. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for all you have done for me. I'm going to take a look at an article here posted yesterday to the Telegraph at telegraph.co.uk. That is an English newspaper, if you didn't guess by the UK in the URL. Some of you may not know that the UK means United Kingdom, not just UK. Alright, this article is entitled, North Korea Threatens, quote, merciless punishment, end quote, as it readies rocket launch. I'm going to read you part of this article because it does tend to venture off into other things of very little importance, and my nose is itchy. Alright. North Korea has threatened retaliation and, quote, merciless punishment, end quote, against any country that shoots down the long-range rocket it is preparing to launch this coming week. Japan and South Korea have put their armed forces on standby in response to North Korea's plans, prepared to shoot down the missile if it passes over their territory. North Korea was this weekend believed to be at the first stage of launching the rocket, expected between April 12th and 16th, claiming that it is part of the centenary celebrations for the birth of the state's founder, Kim Il-sung. However, the United States, Japan, and South Korea believe that in reality it will be a ballistic missile test in violation of UN resolutions. It is against such a backdrop of rising regional tensions surrounding the Korean Peninsula that David Cameron, the Prime Minister, that's of Great Britain, will arrive in Japan on a 2-day visit this week. His arrival may, by good fortune, coincide with the blooming of the capital's cherry blossoms, but flower appreciation will take a back seat to regional security issues. Yes, indeed, it certainly will, and we'll leave off right there with that article because the rest of it just seems to wander off into areas that are of little importance. But North Korea is taking a provocative stance again. I don't know what they expect the end result to be, but for us folks, if these rocket tests, these nuclear tests that are being talked about, do provoke a response from the U.S. military, it could have a negative impact here on the U.S. economy ultimately. Again, anything that happens right now militarily anywhere in the world involving the United States, involving Israel, involving Iran, North Korea, our dollar is so weak it is perched on the precipice of disaster. So anything like this could force us into SHTF mode. As I have been saying, we are approaching the Great Tribulation. We are entering into a pre-tribulation storm right now. I do believe if you watch at the wall like I do, if you watch the world, you hopefully would agree with me. So if this is to become anything significant, if this does provoke U.S. military response, we could be in a lot of trouble here. Just reading that gasoline is approaching $7 a gallon in some places in the United States. That was this weekend. We are in need of stocking our storehouses. We are in need of having non-perishable food, water, clothing, medicine. The Trayvon Martin situation in Sanford, Florida. There's an article about saying that there are neo-Nazis there standing by in case of any racial or civil unrest, and certainly that's not going to help that situation. That's just going to add more potential fuel to the fire there. A lot of hotspots: North Korea, Florida, Israel, Iran, a lot of things happening. Any one of these things could negatively impact our dollar, our way of life, increase civil unrest. So as always folks, stock your storehouses, but look up, most importantly, because your redemption draws near. God bless you.
Look up, for your redemption draws near. Look up, for your redemption draws near.